Hello everyone, my name is Quincy. I am the creator of QikFlips. Today in this video, I'm going to walk you through about the very important features of QikFlips, which is the different kind of filters and how it's going to benefit you as a user to find profitable items. So let's get right into it. So let's get into the account dashboard. So the concept for QikFlips is to, before we present you all the items here you see on the table, we did a filtering or screening on all the items that keep us able to send it to us. But so after all the filtering, now you have about, at this moment, about more than 3,000 items. If you look at right here, more than 3 items to sort through, to narrow down, to find the item that really meet your own research criteria. And how do you do that? That will be through the use of different kind of filters. So this, we're going to talk about preset filters, and then the manual filters, and then the micro filters under each column. So let's get to the preset filter up here on the top, on the left side, preset filters. So now everything that you see in the preset filter basically is shown here on the right under manual filters. The reason for preset filter is to allow you a quick way to access items that meet multiple criteria. And as you do the research, you might have your own favorite personal preference regarding different data matrix. For example, you're comfortable with a certain sales rank, and you're comfortable with, you want to look for item that has its lowest price in the Keep pricing history, or you want to see when Amazon goes on sale, does it go on sale? Does a sale go to every multiple item, multiple sizes of the same shoes? And also you want to be able to find items that meet minimum profit criteria. So all those will be able to are included in the manual filters section. So once you identify your favorite criteria for shoes, clothing, sports and outdoors item, or even jewelry like watches, then you can set a preset filter for each one of them, or even multiple filter for each one of them. Then allow you to quickly just come over here and then select, and then you'll be able to get right into the item to your liking. Now, there will be cases that you want to fine-tune. Sometimes you want to look for specific features of an item. Then you utilize the manual filter. So I want to talk about each of the manual filter. Once you understand all of them, then the preset filter basically just a prepackaged filters that contain multiple components from the manual filters. And then the last set of filter will be each of the filter right underneath the column title. And then that just basically will be meaningful when you set the filter on top. Okay. Now let's talk about each individual item within the manual filter section. So first of all will be the brand filter and the brand. So you can set to say, I will be only interested in finding shoe brand, say Echo, right? So once you set that, then the table below will only if you hit a search, then only Echo related shoes or item will be shown right here. Okay. Then if you say, instead of include, I want to exclude. So I want to exclude for shoe seller, then like a UGG is one of the commonly known brand that requires special authorization from the brand itself. And I haven't know anybody can sell UGG yet. Okay, so that's what exclude mean. That means I don't want to see showing up on the table. Okay, so that allows you to do that. Now, just a quick note, include, right? Say echo, right there. And if you can accomplish look for echo by using the micro filter down here. Let me show you. Let me click the reset. Anytime you want to change thing and go back to the default, which is you hit the reset, then everything will be reset to the like without any filter, right? Just raw data. So right now, to only look for the echo shoes, you can come to the product description and you can type echo. And then when you do that, you're being given a similar list, only contains the shoe with under the Echo brand. That's just a little side note for you to know. Okay, so let's get back here. Say I want to exclude. I don't want to see any UGG, any A6. Okay. Now the product group you can initially will focus on shoes, clothing, and jewelry, which is shoes, apparel, and watches, because the other type of jewelry, usually we don't see them much. So watches will come up. So shoes, apparel, and watches, this is under shoe, clothing, and jewelry category, but we're able to break it down, separate them. And then you'll be able to select sports. Actually, this means sports and outdoors. So that's another big Amazon category. And then other, it's something that it comes from shoes, clothing, and jewelry. It kind of when we break it down further to like a subcategory, there's something called others. But you can take a look at there as well. And so say, for example, right now, I want to, take a look at shoes, right? They got 3,000 items. I want to focus on only shoes. And then you come to this so-called the stable price trend or magic price drops. Now, this is a little bit tricky for you to understand. So you can choose either or, but not both at the same time. So let's talk about the first one, stable price trend. Okay, both items is one goal in mind. They try to offer you a quick way to identify item with a relatively stable keep a price trend. So if we're looking for item that the price over time is stable and all of a sudden it has a drop in price, then those are the items that we'll be very interested in because it has a great profit potential there. But if an item throughout its listing history on Amazon, if it keep showing us it has ups and down, a lot of up and down in pricing, so when you will not be so sure that when it's going to go up in price and when it's going to drop. If everything is pretty consistent and all of a sudden right now, for whatever reason, Amazon dropped the price, you can expect after you're making the purchase, the price will go right back up to the same level. So that gives you a more confidence, knowing that your price, you'll be able to sell the item at the price you desire, right? So that's what this two filters able to help you. Not 100%, but pretty close, and they work differently. So let me talk about the stable price trend first. So when you select this one, then say you type in any number here, say 10, that means 10%. So what's that 10%? I have a little description here, but let me explain. 10%, when you set 10% and do a search right here, so it will only show you the item as you know, each one of them, each item here, they will have 3 average prices: 40-day, 48 hours average price, 30-day average price, and 90-day average price. And we're looking at the average price here. So when you set stable price trend to be 10%, so what we're looking for is the item, the maximum percentage difference between the average 30-day and average 90-day price is less than 10%. So let me say it again. We're only looking at 30-day and 90-day average price for stable price trend. We put the 48 hours aside. That doesn't involve in this setting. And for every item, there is a 30-day price. There's a 90-day average price. And the difference between these two prices, we want to know there's how much difference there is. When we set 10%, that means the difference is very small, right? If we say that 50%, then the difference can be bigger. But the smaller the difference, that kind of indicate the more stable is the price trend history in Kipa. So let's do a search just for this one alone. So we can do, we can say we exclude this, and then we focus on shoes, and the stable price trend is 10%. We don't set any other future yet, but we can see the result, and then we can demonstrate what that means. Now, when the search, when the filter kick in, now we can take a look at the top one. This pair of black shoes, dress shoes for men. Then let's take a look at the average 30-day and average 90-day prices. So it's 84.77 average 30-day price, and 79.50 is the average 90-day price. The difference between 84.77 and 79.50 is, in percentage, is less than 10%. That's what that means. And every single item on the search result will be the same thing. So that's what that means. Okay, it only works with a 30-day and 90-day average, and we try to limit to keep it low. Say 5%. It's even tighter criteria, right? So generally, I say maybe sometimes I go for 20%, because this is not 100% will get you the stable trend. So let's say 10%, and this is the result. Let's take a look at the Kipa. Okay, so Kipa right here. Okay, so I need to go back to the setting before the filter. Now let's go back to the 10%. Okay, so let's do it again. I messed up right there. Okay, let's do a search. So when the search returns, let's take a look at the Kipa chart. Okay, you can see by glance over it, you can see the price trend for this particular shoe is pretty stable. There is a little up and down, but the up and down, the difference is pretty small. And then you can go down here and come down here and look at each one of them. So because we set the stable price trend to be 10%, so we can expect to see a group of the item with a relatively stable price trend. And this is something that you want to work with. Now, there is something like this that does not give you a desirable criteria. I mean, the data point we're looking for. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a different video. But just want to give you a quick overview. There still be item with a lot of ups and downs, but as long as the 30-day and 90-day average, it's kind of a less than the difference between those two prices is less than 10%. Then we'll have a good starting point to evaluate the profitability. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. If not, we can do another video until you really understand what it means. Now, I said it before, you can either choose the stable price trends or magic price drop. So you can only it cannot be both. So let's uncheck this one and click this one right here. So what does this mean? So my apology, the description here actually is inaccurate. So we're going to update that because this is not dealing with the ROI. So you can forget about this description here. It will get you confused, and my apology. This is something to be worked on. Ongoing improvement, that's what we're doing. Let me explain what magic price drop mean. The better way to do this is to select this and do a search and using the result to demonstrate what that means. Okay. Again, magic price drop also try to give you a quick way to identify item with a relatively stable price trend. Okay, in its pricing history on Amazon, we'll look for the stable, the item with the stable trend. Now, how does this work differently than stable price trend? Okay, so let's take a look at this. When you click magic price drop, it's going to dramatically cut out a lot of items, right? So from 3,000 to 4, that's a big drop. But what's special about this thing? So let's take a look at this. The magic price drop basically will apply to items that whose buy box price, which is this one, it's at least 50%, 50% lower than each of the 3 average prices. So if we look at this one, the buy box price for this particular item, right, it's 107.93. So when we apply the magic price drop filter, this price can be expected to be at least 50% lower than average 48-hour price, which is obviously $245. And then you would look at the average 30-day price. The buy box price should be at least 50% lower than this. And then again, we'll look at average 90-day price. The buy box price is at least 50% lower than this. So basically what we're looking at, another way to see is there should be at least a 50% price drop on the buy box price when it compares to the average price. And I preset it to be 50%, right, to be quite dramatically, cut out a lot of disqualified items. And then you take a look at the keeper charts right here. You can see we try to do this by telling, try to come up again with the intention to see the price with less spike or less fluctuation. Okay, so that's what it does. So we will always cut out tons of items, and so you'll be able to get to the items with the right criteria rather quickly. Okay, so now let me go back to say right now I want to come back and so let's do a reset. Okay, so that's what those two filters, which is the takes a little bit more time to explain, but I really want you to understand how it works. I just did a reset, and then so let me go back and talk. Now the next one will be the lowest. So lowest, what that means is when I select this one, and then we'll do a search, then you will be the return value. A lot of them will be filtering out, drop from 3,000 to about 1,200 now. Okay, if you look at buy box price and the lowest price, these two columns, the price between these two columns should be exactly the same. So what that means is the lowest price, meaning keeper, in the keeper price trend history, they know what's the lowest price. I mean the lowest price this product ever gone down to in its in the history of keeping track of it, right? So we want to see, making sure we're buying something at its lowest price. That's what that means. Okay, you can clearly see it. This is the same. So we're finding an item that meet this criteria. Now, if I want to see a multiple child ASIN, so that's another trick right here. When Amazon go on sale on a pair of shoes or clothing, and these two category, usually they have multiple sizes and multiple colors. And when Amazon goes on sale on a shoe model or a cloth, then usually it would drop price across multiple sizes, not necessarily all of them, but multiple, right? And by selecting this, that basically ask the question, does Amazon, I will be interested in seeing the item that shoes or clothing that that with multiple sizes and they all, some of them receive a discount or has a price drop by Amazon. So let's do that. I select that and then I hit the search. And then when it comes back, you can see there's a good indication right here. You can see this green number right here. All of them have this number. What this means is Keepa is able to capture and tell me for this shoe brand, and Amazon, it detects Amazon has the same sale applied to 8 different sizes. That's what that means. And then if you click this one, it shows you all the colors and sizes that Keepa is able to detect that Amazon has a fixed price drop on, right? It's very convenient and straightforward. So give you a good sense that, hey, Amazon's have a sales on this brand called the Easy Street. Maybe Amazon has a sale on this brand. So there might be other model of the same brand that are also on sale. So you can go to the Amazon product page to see there is such a sale across the for this brand. Because it happened, Amazon introduced like a deal of the day. It dropped price on specific brand of clothing or shoes. Then multiple model under that brand would be affected. I mean, basically receive a discount. So this is a good indication for you to take note, and then you go check it out whether that's the case. So that's just one scenario. But everything you can see here, they're all multiple size and multiple color, and Amazon have a price drop across the board. So which is a very good filter for you to quickly identify them, okay? And now the last one right here would be, hey, after all the fees, I want to say I want to at least I make $10, right? That will include after the shipping, after the discount, after Amazon fees, I want to see $10. So because the profit range, it worked with the 3 average prices right here, the 48 days, 48 hours, 30 days, and 90 days. And I want to select each one of them. What that means is I want to, because each one of them has a profit calculations, I want to apply to make sure all of them, in this case, all of them in the using the average price, they have a minimum $10 profit. Okay, if I select this, that means I want to apply this filter only to the 90-day average price. During the 90-day average price profit calculation, I want to make sure this column has a minimum $10. But let's say I want to select 30-day and 90-day. Okay, I don't care about the 48 hours. So let's see what happened. So we do a search. Then we kind of narrowed it down. Let's take a look at it. As you can see, the profit for 30-day and the profit for 90 days, they're all above $10. What is this? This one is not exactly, let's say, $10. Most of them are $10. Let me see. We find one right here. Shipping charges. Oh, wow. Because this item is outdoors and oh, okay, it's outdoor and sports and outdoor. It's very heavy, so it takes away a lot of profit from there. And so we need to take a look at further. We might find something that this does not belong here. But in general, we'll fix this. In general, all the profit under this two average price should be at least $10 after the fee. Okay, so that's what that filter is for. And so now let's talk about how do you set the shipping charges right here. So it's go through, there's a calculator right here. Once you open it up, you come over here, go to setting, then you'll be able to specify what's the shipping charges. And then whether there's any discount or any like a buffer or anything that you want to add to this, that would take into the consideration when the tool runs the profit calculation. That's where you go. Now, we'll just go over, I know it takes a little time, go over each of the filter, the individual filter under manual filter. And once you group them together, like you have specific configuration, and then you use that to create preset filter, right? So preset filter, how do you do that? You can click this plus icon right there, and then you take you to the page. You'll be able to set up your preset filter. Say I want to create Quincy clothing only, and then I want to say specify the sales rank, and then the rating to be at least 3.5 or more. Review should be at least 10, and the brand I want to exclude is up. Okay, so these are all the individual filter we just talk about under manual filter. And then the product group will be on apparel, which is clothing. I want to set the stable price trend to be 10%, okay? And then I want to send myself an email notification and then desktop notification. I want to look at item has the buy box price of the item is the same as the lowest price in Keep pricing history. I want to see if item that Amazon has multiple drop prices on multiple sizes and colors. And then we'll set the profit range to be at least $10. And then I want to select 30-day and 90-day and save. Okay, so this is a new filter being created, right? Number 4 right here. So if I go back to the product deal, and then I will be able to say, okay, I want to do a quick search, a quick filtering, Quincy clothing only, and then you can see all the setting I just made. And then I do a search. Let's see if we come up with something. Oh, the 8 item that meet my stringent criteria, okay? Then this is the step. The next step will be for you to go through all the data matrix, all the data right here present on the table. I will be explaining in a separate video about each column and why the column is there and how it will help you to make a good analysis. So this video is all about filters. And before I let you go, I would like to also talk about the micro filter on the table. For example, each one of them has a description. You can look at them, but mainly the idea would be allowing you to do further after the main filter on top. You can further do further micro filtering right from here, so that you can narrow down even further to the item that you want to do. So simply just type in whatever search term that you want to see. For example, under the product description, I only want to see Calvin Klein. So I type in Calvin. So only the remaining item would be this one, right? So you further filter down to this. And then if you want to say, I want to even go down here to see the buy box price, the profit for 30 days to be at least $10, right? Boom, you can do that. So that will go, you will search for that and say right now, let's say we do a 15, then you can boom, it will come down to 7 left. So you can see the profits above. This one is originally it's let's say $15 profit. This little thing I need to take a look at this one. It should be more than 15. Okay, anyway, that's what it does. So this is how microfiltering work for internal. When you set, after you set the main filter, then you can do another set of filter. The key thing to remember, whatever filter, micro filter you set right here, as soon as you come up here and make any changes to the top filter, the major filter, it will erase all the micro filter you put together. So just keep that in mind, okay, as you do the filtering and narrow down to the item that you're looking for exactly. And I think that's about it for now. And I hope that it will provide a clear understanding of how QikFlips filter work. If you have any further question, don't hesitate to contact me through email, or you can find me on Facebook. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.